Welcome to the Endpoints podcast from the ALS Therapy Development Institute. My name is Dilip Dadlani, Development Director at ALS TDI, and today Tamara Hilliard from Dallas, Texas joins us. Tamara has been involved with the ALS TDI for quite a few years now and really goes above and beyond trying to raise awareness and funds for the ALS Therapy Development Institute. Hi Tamara, what's your connection to ALS?
Hey Dilip. Well, I have to make one correction. I'm a Fort Worth girl. Dallas is a long way away.
Oh boy.
30 minutes the other direction. But my connection to ALS is my husband was diagnosed with ALS officially in March of 2018. We kind of knew a few months before that. I know he felt very strongly that that's what was going on about 4 or 5 months before. So we're just on this journey.
Thank you for sharing that. As a caregiver, how does ALS impact your day-to-day life?
It impacts it multifactorially. We're still in a pretty good place. Jim's still walking, although he wears leg braces. He does need his breathing machine, the Trilogy, but not all the time during the day. So I'm more of an assist mode right now. I help with the leg braces. He's still pretty independent, which we're really grateful for. But I'm driving most of the time now, so that's changed our life a little bit. But it's still pretty close to normal.
Okay.
I think the harder days are probably ahead of us, but we're just taking one day at a time.
What are some of the things that you've had to do around your home to adapt?
Again, that's something that's just now happening for us. We've bought ramps. Amazon is our friend. Let's just put it that way. We've bought the little rubber ramps for the walker to go more easily through the doorway to the garage. We're not having to do a lot of remodeling, thank the Lord, because we built our home a few years ago. It's one story. So we're not going to have to make a lot of those kind of adjustments. I have made some changes to the shower, added grab bars. We put in a bidet, which I think is Jim's very favorite thing. And I'm actually changing the opening to our master bathroom, little toilet room, so that at some point in the future the Hoyer lift will be able to go in there.
Of course.
But minor changes. We're doing pretty good.
Good. Can you tell us a little bit about some of your challenges that you faced while traveling?
Yes. One of the things we've learned, the last couple of trips we've been requesting ADA rooms at hotels, which they're almost always available and accommodating. But for ALS patients, grab bars aren't that helpful because there's no upper body strength. And so we were in El Paso in July, and we got a room, but the toilet was so low, he couldn't get up. Right. So we got to run to the CVS and buy one of those things that goes on top with handles, because the handles underneath are what you need, not the bars on the side to pull up. So now we're traveling with that with us. And of course the traveling, you've got to take the Trilogy with you, the cough assist just in case.
You've really got to map out your travel.
Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated. In fact, we're planning a trip for next week first time for us to fly, since he's had more difficulty walking. He's more comfortable in a transport chair or on a scooter. He can walk, but it's very fatiguing, for
Sure.
ALS patients. It's just so fatiguing. So we're going to have some challenges, so maybe you check back with me after my trip to Los Angeles and see what kind of challenges we're facing. But I think we're going to rent a scooter this time on advice from a friend of mine who has the disease challenge. I reach out to the community for advice, and that's always been really helpful.
That's very important that you have that community of support.
It is.
So tell us, how did you become connected to ALS TDI?
Became connected with another couple here in Fort Worth, Emily and Colin Hadley, through a mutual friend. And really, Emily and Colin both are very much involved in research and what's going on and helping other people. They're just a great couple. And it was through Emily and her, Colin's further along in the progression than my husband. So Emily has had a lot of advice for me on what to get, what to do, what does this mean, what do I do, with this difficulty. where should you go? I mean, they even influenced, honestly, our choice to make the drive to Houston to go to the Houston ALS clinic there with Dr. Appel. She's the one that introduced me to ALS TDI and the research that was being done there, the singular focus of being only ALS, the passion of ALS TDI, and how they are just, they're moving and shaking. They're the ones that are involved in making a difference on all these multiple levels. And we like that. And so we chose that to put our focus and spend some of our energies to help raise awareness, raise funds for research. We're also supporting our local ALS association because they're important too, but research is where our hearts are, and we don't want people to have to go through this disease. There needs to be a cure. We need to fast track this.
I agree, 100%. Is there anything else you'd like to share with our listeners?
ALS is a devastating disease, but it doesn't have to be your identity. It doesn't have to control your life. There is goodness and hope in every day, and just focus on the good stuff. Focus on the good stuff. The challenges are there for everybody. We all face challenges. We're all going to have roadblocks in our life, diseases we have to deal with. ALS is a beast. There's no doubt about it. But you can live happily and hopefully with this disease. So focus on that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
We're going to go ahead and leave it right there. Thank you, Tamara, for chatting with me today, and thanks to everyone listening to the Endpoints podcast. If you'd like to like more episodes and listen to more episodes, you can visit als.net/endpoints. If you have any comments or feedback on the podcast, you can email us at endpoints@als.net. Thanks.